Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Collin.
Hello.
It's bonus week
It is.
time.
Palette cleanser. Hooray.
Palette cleanser bonus week. And we're talking about Read or Die.
Yep.
The OAV, not the series.
I can't remember if we mentioned this before. Maybe it was just you and I off air. But I was like, I think I might have seen this before. To clarify, I have not seen this before.
You've not seen this before?
I had not seen this before. I did, however, when I was looking up the IMDb for it, find in the suggested things to watch something called Witch Hunter Robin, which is something I watched many moons ago. I was like, oh, I watched all that.
It's Witch Hunter Robin, eh?
I'm pretty sure it's Witch Hunter Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I have not thought about that show since I watched it.
Now I'm just thinking, is it like a robin with the red breast?
It is not.
And a witch hat.
No, for those with video, it's that.
Oh yeah, that kind of looks
like a lot of other
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of all the anime I was watching at the time, it wasn't one of the ones that went down as I'm needing to watch that again, or that was really, really important. I remember liking it fine enough, but yeah.
Yeah. That was it's another protagonist with a red coat, man.
Yeah, I mean, I had just watched Hellsing.
And then Trigun. You got Trigun.
And Trigun, yeah. In fact,
yeah.
I pretty much watched Hellsing and Trigun back to back. So
and then
Witch Hunter Robin. Yeah. So
you had a thing for red coats, dude.
I think that's what it was.
The red coats are coming. Red coats are coming.
Fortunately, no red coats in this. Definitely some shall we say risque clothing choices.
Yeah. Kind of weird how that happens as well.
Yeah.
When I was thinking about it.
There's some Cowboy Bebop approximations that I would like to make about this.
Yeah, I would say it was influenced by that, at least.
Yeah, definitely. I laughed because when I was reading the IMDb page, it was like, oh, PG, and I was like, oh, maybe I could watch this with my kids. I was like, I don't think the DVD box that you gave me had PG on it. And then I finished watching it. I was like, there's no way I'm showing that to my kids. What was this? It's like 15. Holy crap. I'm like, I really need to not ever pay attention to what IMDb tells me about ratings for things.
Might be PG in America.
But holy crap. I mean, it's not like grotesque or anything like that, but there's definitely some stuff in there that I'd be like, no.
Yeah, it's PG. It's not PG.
Oh no. Yeah. So this is from an era of manga, which it was big time for me. So it was like when I was traveling through, 40 minutes on a train to the nearest forbidden planet, because it was the only place I knew where I could reliably get manga DVDs.
Yeah.
And it was buying Blackjack and Akira and Street Fighter 2.
Oh, the animated series.
Yeah, the movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
Animated movie.
That's a great movie. We should do that at some point.
Yeah. I'm trying to work out if I actually own it.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. My copy is 20 plus years old.
Well, I mean, you were just saying that.
Yeah.
I bought that when this anime came out.
We should maybe I'll add that to as the bonus episode after our next season.
Yeah, all right, let's do that. Yeah.
Let's commit to that now, because I freaking love that movie. I remember it being like really impressive at the time, particularly since like I'd watched a lot of cartoons based on game franchises, like the Donkey Kong cartoon and the Super Mario Super Hour.
Oh, jeez.
Or the Mortal Kombat TV show, Captain N. Yeah. Diminishing the returns on those ones.
Was there a Street Fighter cartoon series? Or was it
Don't remember. There was a Mortal Kombat one because it was called Defenders of something.
Yeah,
Defenders of the Realm.
there's, or was it a Final Fight one?
There might have been a Final Fight cartoon. Yeah.
There's a cartoon series that at least had like crossover to like Street Fighter in it, and I can't remember what it was. It's like G.I. Joe. It's 80s stuff.
Oh no, there was a Street Fighter animated series and it had a Final Fight episode.
Oh, was it? Was it that?
Oh wait, of course there was a Street Fighter cartoon.
Of course.
Of course there was.
There's toys. I know there's toys.
Well, no, I'm all of a sudden remembering the YouTube poop videos of yesteryear with M. Bison going, ha ha ha. There was like a video. Yes! Like those.
Yeah.
There was literally a video called M. Bison running up a corridor for 20 minutes. And it was just him going, and then it's speeding up, and then doing it in reverse, and then showing it upside down. And it was like, that was entertainment.
For me, it's still entertaining.
Oh, man.
Most of the memes are kind of like that, like the Simpsons, what do you call it? The burger, steamed hams.
Oh, the steamed ham stuff is wild.
That is where that's went.
That's its own subset of humor, and the internet at that point. It's the same as like Garfield as well.
Yeah. Oh,
Garfield and the Sonic fandom go into places that I don't know that anyone needs to go.
yeah. Yeah, they do. Well, plus new Garfield movie coming out.
Yep, Chris Pratt is the voice of Garfield. Because he's the voice of Chris Pratt, actually, spoiler alert, will be voicing me next season.
We should make that real.
He has a much more pleasing voice than I do, and yet people still don't like his voice.
Yeah, no hope.
Yeah, I have no hope whatsoever.
No hope. Anyway,
no hope at all. Yeah, Transformers the movie quote. We're gonna do the Transformers the movie. We have to. I feel like that has to be done at some point now.
This year is it the 40th anniversary?
Next year. It's 1985, 1986.
Was it 86?
It was just. It was just the 35th anniversary. Yeah, 1986. Because I bought the 4K releases. And, like a chump, will buy the 40th anniversary releases. I have I have everything going back to the 20th anniversary when they actually started doing releases for it.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Because they did a release for the 20th anniversary, then they did a release for the Michael Bay movie release, and then they didn't do anything until the 30th anniversary, I don't think, and then they did the 35th anniversary, and I have all of those.
Oh, question, right?
Uh-huh.
By the 20th anniversary, was it already set in the past?
Yes. The year is 2005.
2005.
Yeah.
That was already set in the past.
I can do the whole intro.
Oh, you know what? Instead of actually covering it,
oh, just do it. Well, we do a table read.
Yeah, we'll do a table read. Let's get a bunch of people in and do the table read.
Oh my god, that would be maybe the best thing ever. Is like just roll the movie silently live. And have everyone live dub the scenes.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Oh.
What an amazingly stupid and awful and great idea.
Yeah. Talk about Sonic fandom.
Uh-huh.
And live dubs.
Oh, yeah, those are brilliant.
Was it Snapscoop, it's called?
I think that's what it was, yeah. That's the
Yeah,
one where Shadow keeps calling Sonic a beta cuck.
yeah. But they've done all the games now.
Oh my god, some of them
I think
are like the thing about it is that like I get because it's live and it's purely like what's the
Adlib.
improv and ad lib.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
not a lot of it will land because it's
I think
hard. It's hard to do.
yeah,
But I've watched a lot of the compilation videos of the best jokes, and they are quite funny sometimes.
yeah. Sometimes it's I think one of the guys never played the games, so he didn't know the storylines. I think he was playing like Doctor Robotnik. He's like, no way! I didn't know that was happening. I just said that because I thought, oh, it'll be funny.
It's like
And then
the Dragon Ball abridged, Dragon Ball Z abridged, and stuff like
yeah,
that. Like I used to watch those all the time. In fact,
yeah.
I found out the other day. Do you remember like what was it? Dragon Ball in 2 minutes or something like that was the name of the Flash animation from Newgrounds.
Oh no,
There's like
no,
a
I don't
flat.
think I remember that.
It was a really old
Yeah,
Flash animation of Goku of like Dragon Ball, and it was like characters just kind of go side to side and stuff like that, and Goku laughing like all the time.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's.
Accurate.
I have like I've watched that countless times, and the other day I found out that it was one of the guys from Game Grumps who did that when he was like 12 years old.
All right. I
It's
see.
like shit. I've been laughing at that for years.
Now you laugh at him.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Grumps.
It's come full circle.
Yeah. Talking about full circle.
Oh yeah,
Seems like a
we
good
should
time.
talk about Read or Die.
It's read or die time.
Yeah.
So this is, for everyone who doesn't know, the OAV is 3 episodes
Yes.
long. Uh, this is the first episode.
Did this come before the TV series or after?
I think it's before the TV series. Because the TV series doesn't really include her in it.
Right.
It's different characters, but it includes Joker and stuff.
She is in it though at some points,
Yeah.
but not
It's-
for the full series.
No, she isn't a main character in the series.
No. Okay.
So I think essentially they're looking for her.
Yeah, because I noticed that one of the other characters, Nancy, is also in it.
Oh, is she?
I did have a look, and I did see that there was a character called Nancy in it.
Oh, wow. Spoilers.
Well, not really.
Wait. No, because we're going to spoil it anyway.
We're gonna spoil it anyway. we do this every time, Colin. It's part of the premise.
It's our premise. We're going to talk about this show piece by piece.
Yeah. Piece by bloody piece. I'm sure I did that. I'm just gonna double check my work now. Yes, she is.
Steve's our chief researcher.
And by chief researcher, he means I like to read the trivia on IMDb and can't watch a thing without going, I feel like I know that voice. Have I heard them before? I think I've seen that person something before. Oh, they were in that movie that I saw when I was 5 years old. Who else was in that? You know what other movie I watched when I was 5 years old? This one. Maybe I should look that one up on IMDb. It's that by that point it's 4 a.m. and I should have been asleep hours ago.
Yeah. That explains everything why you're always so tired.
So, I'm starting to wonder if I need to talk to someone, maybe a doctor, about my inability to let that shit go.
That's, I suppose it's a sign of autism or ADHD or something.
I would believe it. I know, like, you know, that spectrum is becoming more and more known in terms of things like in terms of different cases and stuff like that. Because I have real problems with like doubling down on stuff.
Yeah, I definitely have that. Yeah.
Yeah, and both my wife and I, when we're watching something, she'd be like, "I recognize that person," and then it's like, "Oh,
Okay.
I've recognized that person," but that doesn't stop there. It's like, "Oh, I do know them." Right? Okay. It's the, Oh, you know them from this. Remember that? Yeah, who else was in that? And then, like, we've missed 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I was watching the Fallout series.
Mm-hmm.
Still not one to read or die. I was watching the Fallout series, and and I think it's got what's his name from Community in it.
From what? From
Community.
Community.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, Ahmed, is it?
I bet.
Yeah, him.
Danny Pudi.
Yeah, pretty
Maybe.
sure he's in it. He's like the husband of one of the vaulters. He gets killed, and there's the one. I think it's the one that got the eye stabbed with the fork in the fight scene.
See.
Spoilers here.
Nope, he's not in it.
Oh, oh, it's just been racist again.
Oh no, wait. Hang on a minute. No. Okay. No,
It's
I
just
saw
not credited.
I saw a picture of him wearing something that was blue and yellow, and I was like, oh wait, no. And it's like, no, that's from Avatar: The Last Airbender live action.
Wait, was he in that?
He was. He was
I
the
recognise him.
the mechanist.
Oh wow. Anyway, but then another character appeared in it. It was
Uh-huh.
like the head leader of Vault 4.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the movie Hot Rod
Oh god.
as the guy, the AM DJ.
I haven't watched Hot Rod since we watched it at your place last.
Yeah.
Uh
So he's in Hot Rod. And he has a tattoo of him pissing on TV and FM radio, and he likes to think that he's got something splitting the two urinals. He went into quite such detail about his tattoo in the movie,
amazing.
but it was that guy.
That's fuck. Chris Parnell.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's Cyril Figgis from Archer.
Oh fucking hell! He's Archer.
No, he's
It's
not
Cyril.
Archer. He's Cyril. Yeah,
That explains the voice as well.
I'm pretty
Probably
sure he's
whatever.
in.
Sure, he's in a lot of things, man.
He's Jerry in Rick and Morty as well.
Oh, he's Jerry, was he?
Yeah,
That explains probably why I recognise the voice.
yeah. You've probably heard his voice far more than you care to admit.
Yeah.
What else was he in? He was in Dogs in Space. If you watched that.
Wait. Yeah, I watched that. That's
Yeah.
the dogs that go. The humans send the dogs out to find on the planet.
Yep.
I watched that. That's a show.
I liked it.
It was good.
My kids loved it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Never got a second season though.
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
Yeah,
Did it?
sure it did.
I don't think so. Did it?
Yeah, because they found like this other dog and they brought her on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't get a third season though.
Okay. Shame. Most
Yeah.
things get canned.
Quickly, Colin, start talking about Read or Die before I change the topic again.
Ah, it's okay. Right, yeah, so Read or Die, episode 1. Got a title for episode 1?
I don't know that they have individual titles, do they?
Don't know.
Let's say no. Part 1. Part the first.
Part the first. It starts off at the White House on fire.
Yes. Yes, it does. And the
Oh, yeah.
president wetting himself, which becomes a theme.
Yes, it's his theme. He's on the grounds, and this guy's got lightning powers. Comes down, meets someone, goes, "Is this the library?"
Yep.
and no one actually says anything to him because they're just scared shitless. And they point over. No, it's over this way, and points to the off screen, and they're like, fucking useless.
Yep.
And then he walks over, and then I think it cuts to the credits at that point.
This is where it's already starting to show its Cowboy Bebop-ness.
Oh, it's very jazzy intro.
Yeah, very, 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 very.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. I mean, it's got an intro. It's not many things you got an intro these days.
True.
And then you cut into a building full of books, just books stacked everywhere, completely and utterly, and it's going through this room.
Books on books.
Yeah, going through this room, and you hear the phone ring, and then you see this hand kind of like reach out to grab the phone from underneath a cover in a bed, and goes, "Hello, this is Reedman," and she goes, "Uh-huh." Yep. "Oh yeah, oh great, yeah."
Fucking
Reedman. And then she gets out of bed, and she says, "Says a date, 21st or something."
Yeah, it's next week.
Essentially, yeah, next week. So yeah, I can do that. That's cool. And it's like, yeah, I got money. And then
she has a very like bordering orgasmic reaction to finding out she might have work.
Yeah.
And then the scene cuts to her going a wee wander.
She gets out her apartment, which is just jam full of books.
Yeah, she's a horrendous hoarder like me.
No, not like you.
No,
she's like the hoarders on that the program about hoarders.
Yeah, I don't know. By the time I die, I think I could be there.
I'm pretty sure your family wouldn't like.
I don't know. This office area is sort of my own domain.
I can see you getting trapped in there.
Yeah, find me in here with a bunch of copies of the Courier.
Yeah. Anyway, those books are stacked high, and then she gets ready, goes out. She's actually on top of a big story building, and she looks into the sky and goes, "Yeah, I'm just really happy. I got a job." And then she runs down, goes through the building, and it's also full of books.
Mm-hmm.
And then she exits on the street. And then she goes book shopping because she also needs more books.
She does. If there's one thing she doesn't have enough of, it's books. And she goes into the bookshop and finds a copy of a book called The Undying Love.
Oh, yeah.
Die Unsterbliche Liebe.
She's also she's gone to several and she's got like lots of bags.
Yeah,
and she knows this. She's got this super secret book club where she has to input a secret code into the elevator in the mall or a shopping centre to get to, and this is where she finds the book.
Yeah,
and she's about to pick it up, and then another hand goes to pick it, and they go, like a wee lover's tiff.
Yep.
Ejection. And then she goes, yoink! I got it first.
Yeah.
And the other one's like, what the fuck?
Her reaction is really good. She's like, oh, I was reaching for that. She's like, oh, I know, but I took it. So anyway, see ya. It's like, all right.
Yeah. And the other person's like gives her a dirty look.
Yeah.
I think she's pulling out a gun on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the shopkeeper kind of like
looks.
No, there's someone else in the shop.
Oh, there's someone there, yeah.
And then she's like, oh, I better not do it. And then she talks to the shopkeeper who is just looking at the screen with a cat and going, yeah, that's this much.
That's 250,000 yen.
So, oh, I won't have that. I don't actually have that on me.
No, but maybe you could like lend me that money until next month.
Yeah. I put it down.
For clarification,
And then
that's over £1,000.
for the book, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 250,000 yen.
It was something ridiculous because it was a elite collector's item.
It was It's a first edition.
Yeah, and it's also this weird antique shop that you got to know how to get to with your special secret loyalty card and stuff.
But she goes away. She can't, be normal and wait to read the book, so she has to start reading it as she's crossing the road. And then there's like a bunch of panic and like things exploding, and she doesn't notice.
Oh yeah, she didn't notice it at all, and there's like bugs flying around.
Yep. And then a bunch of people are running away, screaming, and she's just face deep in the book.
Yeah, and then she reacts to like what is ever happening. Whoa, this is not good, and then she throws up like a paper shield because she's.
This is the first time. Yeah, the first time we see her proper paper powers.
Yeah, yeah, and then there's a big green grasshopper guy on a big bug flies by,
and it's a guy. Well, we'll find out the clone nature of it after, but it is essentially someone called Jean-Henri Fabry, who is riding a giant mechanical grasshopper.
Yes,
and he's like, yoink.
Oh, I'll have that book.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's not too pleased because she's still reading it. So she just goes after him.
I haven't read that. Like she's very like, no, I haven't finished reading that. Please give me my book back.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he's like, no. So she just straight up murks the guy.
She does. Like, he tries to jet away, and she like forms a paper lasso and grabs around the grasshopper's ankle. She climbs up it, grabs the book from the guy, and he's like, no, wait. And she's like, no, and just cuts the thing, and the grasshopper flies at 1,000,000 miles an hour into a building.
Yeah, she also kind of paper mashes the hands onto his jar of all the bugs.
That's right, yeah. There's a few animations in this thing of like people getting covered up by paper in sort of mildly horrific ways.
Yeah. Oh, that's her power, man.
Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah. So he flies off into the building and it goes boom, and then this black car pulls up and this blonde guy comes out and he goes, "Oh, I think we were too late."
Yeah. Yeah. Of course you are. There's utter chaos everywhere.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh wait, hang on." They go, "Riedman."
Yeah, I know you. What are you doing here?
Yeah. Oh hey, Joker. How's it going?
Book. Yeah, he had my book.
Yeah. Oh, what happened? Oh, he had my book and I dealt with him.
And then he's like, "Cool. You're coming with me, but give me the book." She's like, "Oh, come on! I just got that back."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then they wander off, down the street, and you see the wifey that was in the store in the crowd looking at her. Well,
yes.
She appears just there. So they go down the street to the secret office.
Is this not where we phone for backup? Which is maybe my favourite bit. Because he's like, you're going to have to go on a mission, but you're going to need backup because you're kind of shit.
Sort of. There's a bit of a conversation first. So they go in and it's like, okay, I got the book. We're going to put in analysis and we're needing to kind of recover this and see why these people are after it. Go and talk to the gentleman. And he talks to the gentleman, and the gentleman's like, hey, how you doing? And then, and it kind of leads up to go, yeah, there's a mission time. We're going to get all these ultra rare books, and because these guys are after it for some reason.
I can't remember when that other character is introduced.
It's,
Is it this bit?
Yeah, it's right about this bit. He does the call because it's the was it the British Library Society is running all the shots.
Of course, yeah.
British Library, yeah.
Naturally.
Go the British. Anyway, so yeah, then he calls the shots and he gets was it what's his name?
Drake.
Drake. That's it.
He's pretty great because he's like
Yeah.
fine, and then
That's
like
it.
he's and then like they get to like the helicopter, the landing pad at at the British Museum or British Library rather, and he opens the door and he's like, well, my my horoscope said today I've had a pretty good day. What the fuck is so good about it? It's like, why am I here? This is bullshit.
Yeah,
He's
pretty
really
much.
miserable about it.
Yeah, he's making pottery. He gets a call and it ruins the pottery. He's,
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. He was ghosting the whole time.
yeah.
Amazing.
And he gets in and basically rants at Reedman. It's like my horoscope said it'd be a good day, but they're on the mission with you. And she's busy nose deep in the book and goes, not totally oblivious and goes, "Oh hey Drake,"
No,
and he's like,
not even paying
where-"
attention.
Yeah, and he goes, "Where are we going?"
Yeah, so they go. Where do they go? They go to find another one of these people.
I thought they're going to. No, they're off to find the book. Another book.
Is it another book?
Yeah, they've got to find another book.
Oh.
They're essentially been put on a mission to find rare books at the moment.
I just thought it was the one book. I just thought it was her book.
Oh no, everyone wants that book.
Oh yeah.
Or they go to find the other agent. There's a third agent to be there.
Well, I remember her introduction.
Because she's reaching out for the book again.
Is
So
she?
they're in another library and they're going
That's
to pick
right.
up another book.
They
and
do.
Like, oh. And then they start having a conversation. Oh, hi, the paper.
Yeah. And this is where she says her name is Deep.
Yeah.
And she also says, it's like, oh, well, you know, my name is, whatever the fuck my name is, Yomiko Reedman. And it's like, you're a spy. Why would you, an agent, why would you tell anyone your real name? Just use your code name. God damn it. She's like, oh, but I thought we might be friends or something.
Yeah.
Fine, I guess. Whatever.
But I'm not telling you mine.
No.
And then she goes for a handshake, and then you find her powers out.
She
basically
phase through shit.
Yeah, phase through the stuff. She just puts her hand out and has failed to shake it because her hand goes through. And then they kind of cut out and get chased. But it's it's the German dude.
On the plane.
Yeah, in the bird plane thing.
Yes, that's right. Otto.
Yeah, Otto appears.
Yeah.
Causing the president to wet himself again. Because the president's like, I'm going to deal with this.
He does.
Get our warbirds in. And he's like, these warbirds are terrible. I just like dropped grenades on them and they died.
He just pees himself again.
Yeah, he says, oh no.
It's like the message is fairly clear that they don't like the American president.
It's just not at this point. I suppose it would be
George W.
Yeah.
Although when they were doing it, was it Clinton before him?
Clinton was before him, yeah. What? It was around about
Because
2000.
George W. only took the reign in January 2001.
Was this not?
This is May 2001, which is after, but it's not very long.
Yeah, to be honest, it's just the US president.
Yeah.
Just kind of made him a joke.
Is this a manga or is this just an anime?
I think it might have a manga on it. Yeah, I don't know.
That's interesting.
Like I said, you're the chief research man.
Yeah, it is a light novel series. There we go.
Yeah.
That ran from 1999 to 2002.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. So Otto appears, blows up some helicopters, and then they send in the agents because he does steal the book off Reedman again.
Yes.
But I think that's after they kind of try and intercept them the first time. And then they failed, and then they had to get to New York. I think they go to it's New York, Statue of Liberty, because he heads over there, and then they chase him down, and then he kind of blows up their plane because your planes are too slow for me. So Richmond goes, I got an idea.
Oh god, that's right. They're stuck on top of a building.
Yeah, because they had to jump out. Oh, that's because no. It's because the
they were in the building. The lightning dude. Was it the lightning dude that brought the plane down?
Yeah, because he
helicopter.
just went.
It was a helicopter. Because they brought down all the helicopters.
All the helicopters came brought down. And then and that's when the guy wet his pants from the lightning guy. Yeah.
Yep. Which is the lightning guy from the start.
Which is the same lightning guy from the start, yeah. And then but then Otto grabbed the book, and then they start chasing him down by creating a big paper airplane.
Because Drake throws them on.
Yeah. Reedman goes, I got an idea. And he's like, oh god.
I do like the way it happens because he throws it off and it immediately plummets, and she's like, what? She's like, oh, hang on, I forgot to make the tail. It's like, we're heading towards the ground, Reedman.
Yeah, and the flying, and then does the whoosh off the ground. And it's like, see, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? And she's like, dude died. No, she had no clue. Nope. And somehow they catch up with the flying man, and the flying man goes, what?
He is surprised.
Yeah.
And then a fight ensues because he plants firebombs underneath the paper airplane.
Yeah, she gets rid of them, and then attaches an anchor to the flying dude, where Nancy's fade into the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. She falls through like several layers of it, and then just like kind of grabs onto something but stays holding through at the same time and like swings down into a stairwell.
Yeah. I think she could phase different parts of her body at one point.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then Reedman's there fighting the dude up on the thing, and he's like shoots pistols, and then she goes, final paper. I blocked your bullets. And then he's like, you bastard. And then she's like, yep, all done in this final paper. And then it just kind of fades away into like paper and flies off in space because she has the power of stiffening paper.
Amazing.
That's a pretty amazing power.
It's a cool power.
And then I don't know, they end up taking them down for some reason. And then she's like, oh shit, my book! And she just leaps off because he finally drops the book as he's plunged into the ground. And she kind of goes, oh, book!
She just commits suicide to make sure that she gets her book.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, her coat catches on the crown of the
Oh,
Statue of
oh,
Liberty.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, so did the guy just wrap himself around the flame or something? Yeah, that's it. Because there's a paper trail and it hankers, and Nancy basically attaches a big line to it to stop it from going anywhere,
Yes.
and then it just kind of wraps itself around the flame and goes
Yep.
as she jumps off to grab the book. And then Nancy introduces herself as Nancy.
She does. She tells her name eventually. And
And also there's a wee bit where she's like she puts her hand in to pull her up, and then she taps the finger, taps the hand to make sure it doesn't fade.
that's right. Just in case.
Yeah, fool me once.
Yeah, because the first time they touch hands is the handshake where she puts her hand through it. The second time they touch hands is that point where she's
Yep.
checking to see if it's real or not. And there is one more point in this show where that happens. But yeah, that's the end of the first episode, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah.
And I think that the beginning of the second episode is we've got to get you to India. Almost immediately.
Pretty much. They're chilling in a room, and Nancy's like putting stuff in Ruben's hair with fucking braids.
Pigtails, the pigtail braids.
Yeah. And then you got to go to India because there's this guy because they followed the lightning agent guy.
Yep.
There, and then he's talking to this monk-looking guy.
Another dude.
Yep. Who then just looks up into this right directly at the satellite camera and obliterates it with a pole.
Well, they say then we noticed him, and then all of a sudden the satellite was destroyed. We're not sure how.
Yeah. Yeah, we get the clips and I think there's a pole inside of it.
He's it turns out he's basically Goku.
Oh, pretty much with his power pole.
And his Nimbus.
And his Nimbus, yeah.
But yeah, effectively they go to this home in India in the hopes of finding this person. And the house is dark and empty. There is a corpse that they don't find in the basement.
Yeah.
They walk past that, and then the monk guy comes in. He's like, "Yo, time to die, X-Men."
Pretty much. And he can breathe fire too.
He can. He's Dalsim as well.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, and then I think the block the pole. Then he just like, oh fuck it, and just like spouts fire through everything. And they're in a submarine as well, in the Ganges.
Well, that's how they got to India.
Yeah,
It was a submarine, and then they have this fight in the basement. The fight leaves the basement with them trying to get back to the ship. The
submarine.
Well, Nancy stays to fight him. She then goes to get back to the submarine. Nancy catches up with her. That guy is still following them. They try to get through on a boat with Drake back to the submarine, but then he does a Moses and parts the sea or the river, and basically makes them fall into a giant crack in the middle of this water, which is an underground temple by the looks of things, where we then have a pretty baller fight scene.
Yeah. Fighting and losing with this guy because he's like uber powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. He even like starts beating up on the submarine.
Oh yeah, does he not?
Because Drake's in the submarine, and Drake's like, all right, we got an idea, and we're loading torpedo Bay 4, and the shit a torpedo at him.
Yeah, that's right. And he's like, no, he's like, oh, we got him. No, wait, no, he didn't like that.
Yeah, it goes boing.
Yeah, power pulled.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a scene between Nancy uh, and the paper
Monk.
and
Yeah.
the monk, who is called. Where is he in these notes here? I can't find his name. Just call him the monk, I guess. But yeah,
Monk man.
yeah, and effectively, like, it seems like he's gonna murder them both.
Yeah. Yeah. And he is. I can't remember how they got out of this one.
I remember. I mean, I think it involved Nancy
Yeah.
because Nancy. Oh, Nancy. So I remember what happened is fucking the paper smothered him to death.
Yes. Yes. He managed to get the paper on him.
Nancy takes a power pole through the body, literally, not in spectral form, but in actual form. She lets her body absorb the power pole, no pun intended, and then turns her body back to normal, and then the pole is just stuck in her, and that
Yeah.
gets away from him. And then Nancy's like, ha 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 ha, and not Nancy. The paper is like, fuck you, and
Yeah.
just like covers his face in paper and smothers him.
Yeah. Yeah. He basically gets suffocated in that.
Yeah.
That's the end of him, and then Hikai dies, and then the water tries to proceed, so they make a dart for the submarine.
Yep.
And they get in.
They get in. They're
And
all reeling from the big fight, and there's all this information going on. Joker's sitting in his command center when he's interrupted by his secretary, Mary.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
I was gonna say the last time we saw a secretary this bumbling, that character died 5 minutes into the thing we were watching.
Yeah, that was Elfin Lied.
Yeah, that happy-go-lucky character got completely murked minutes into that series.
Well, she managed to do it. She even helped him in one episode, or this episode, I think. She was like, "Oh, isn't that a thing?" And she's like, "Oh,
you're correct.
Wow, you're correct."
But in this instance, she's trying to impart some information to Joker, and he's not having any of it. And she's like, "No, I really need to talk to you." Turns out that Nancy, that person's dead.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That seems bad.
Because she's been trying to tell. Because they were kind of looking at like agents, and it's like, "Oh, who's this? This is Nancy. What? Okay,
Yep.
Who is she? We don't know yet, but she's on the team."
Yep.
You thought they would vet her before they went on the team, you know?
I mean, she did explain at one point that Joker had hired her to take the book, which was why she was where she was when Reedman met her.
Yeah.
However, it seems that actually, no, she's not with them. She's actually one of these, what are being called E-gens.
Yeah.
Which are these, effectively, they kind of discover that all these people from history are being cloned for nefarious purposes, and she is one of them.
Yeah, because someone's raided the big international DNA.
The DNA database or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yep.
And then she holds Reedman hostage and takes one of her pigtail things away.
Yes.
Before exiting downward.
That's right, with the book.
With the book.
Yep. And I was like, "No, Nancy, no."
Yeah.
Is that then that one?
I think it is, because then the next episode is like, we need to find her. Well, she's got the book. And also I want to save her. And then she's taken hostage at some point.
No, wait, no. I think what happens is she does that and she goes away, and then there's a big flying ship in the middle of the Pacific.
Yes, this is because yeah, that's right. That's right.
And that happens, and then there's a big message saying like how they wanted to just get rid of the human part. There's too many humans in the world. We're going to kill
Yeah.
you all.
There's a big bad, and he's like, yeah. What I've realized after much study is that there's just too many people.
Yeah,
So this guy's effectively Thanos.
effectively before Thanos was in the MCU.
When was Thanos around?
Oh, in the actual comics,
Yeah.
oh, he was around for a long time before that.
Let's see. When does Wikipedia credit his first appearance? Oh shit. 1973.
Yeah, I told you, man. And but his actual goal wasn't just to like cut the population down. It was just, I believe, his goal in one of the stories anyway was to try and please his love of his life, who is death.
Fair enough.
And he gets really pissed off at Deadpool because Death fancies Deadpool.
I know that I remember watching those movies, and it was like, oh, that's crazy. You can't just kill half the population. He's like, no. But he's like, I'm not being selective about it. You know, like it's just it will kill half the population. I'm not saying who gets to live and who gets to die. I'm just saying half have to go. And I was like, that is fair. What am I doing?
That's fair. Cause...
Yeah, maybe Thanos was right.
But the other comeback is when the Avengers brought everyone back 5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
They all kind of appeared in the same place that they disappeared in.
That's true.
Families had 5 years to cope with the loss.
That is also true.
And then anyone that said it was on a plane at the time,
fell from the sky,
would just be plummeting to their death.
Well, so here's an interesting thing, right? And we're gonna get a bit odd here, but so time travel has to take into account time and space, right?
Yeah, okay.
So that also talks about relative position. But effectively, even though the Earth is rotating on an axis, we have never been in the same place twice in space time.
Oh, so what you're saying is essentially all the people that came back
are very far back there.
Are in outer space just choking to death.
Yeah, are basically just frozen.
Exploding.
because not only are we rotating around the sun, we are rotating around the sun, and we're doing this. We're getting further away from the epicenter of the Big Bang still.
Yeah.
So through expansion, effectively there is no such thing as consistent space-time, even with time travel.
Alright, yeah.
In theory. Unless, of course, space-time is relative to the planet in the same way that our status is relative, even though the planet is moving very quickly.
Well, I mean, I suppose technically there's a gravitational kind of pull to that, right? It's like black holes.
Yeah,
Black
although
holes.
Gravity is a weak force.
That's not that weak.
It's
Keeps
very
us
weak.
on the ground.
Gravity's incredibly weak. In fact, it's the weakest, is it not? Yep, gravity is by far the weakest of the four fundamental forces of nature.
Oh, what's the four fundamental forces of nature?
I do not know. Gonna find out though.
Earth, fire, wind,
weak nuclear,
water.
strong nuclear, electromagnetic, and gravitational.
Alright.
And gravitational is the weakest.
Well, that's fair. But like, it's what keeps us on the planet, right?
Yeah. But it shows that like it's relative, right?
Yeah. But I was thinking of more of a black hole where it sucks everything into it, including light.
And then you get spaghettified.
Yeah. Potentially. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in theory, spaghettification.
And that was another episode of Who's That Anime's
Yeah.
Quantum Physics.
It's like, if you came here to listen to two people who probably don't understand space-time or physics very well talk about space-time and physics, you're in the right place.
Very much so, yeah.
So yeah, congrats. But yeah,
Congratulations, you have learned
you've learned nothing.
nothing.
Nothing of value. You've learned what the four fundamental forces are because I looked them up.
Yeah.
I did know that gravity was the weakest, at least. I'll give myself credit for that. But effectively, at this stage in the story, what we found out is that they're going to kill all the humans. There's a rocket ready to go into space that's going to do some nefarious shit.
Oh,
it's going to play the song.
That's in the third one, yeah.
Do we not know that in this one? Because I feel like they introduced the idea of the rocket in this one.
No, it's I think it's right at the start.
Is it right at the start of the next one? Okay.
Potentially know about the song because they find like they did the analysis of the book and find lyrics of the song
And musical sheet music, yeah.
And then sent it down to the data analyst team who's all committed suicide.
Yeah, that's the Death Symphony.
Yeah.
It's like, oh great.
Not the Death. It's because it's meant to be Beethoven. It's not the Death Symphony. It's the Death Symphony. Because he was deaf, right?
He was deaf.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yes. So effectively, yeah, that episode ends, and then the next episode starts with them on their way to said floating sky island with Rocket.
Yeah, Steampunk Island.
And they go to they've discovered all that. The Egen rather are tasked with recovering this information so that they can do all this. Then they send the US Navy after the base, and then all the ships are destroyed.
Yeah. So he rescinded the current mission and changed it to a new mission.
Yes,
and he's got like a new task force.
That's right. Because that's right. Our mission is no longer this. It's destroy the Egen and stop this. And everyone goes yeah, and then just gets back to it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the British way, man.
Holy shit! Fucking librarians.
That's the British way. Anyway, so he's we don't really talk about the gentleman, but the gentleman's patient for like this humongous book.
Oh yeah. This is the guy who is in charge of it all and behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, they're there, and they get sent out to the thing. Golden Goose is sent out to the ship. And then they're like, oh, so to make this most effective, it needs to go into the stratosphere. So they must be going to an island with a rocket on it.
Has to be on the equator.
And it's got to be along here where they're moving along to.
Yep.
And it's like, dum dum dum. And then
to that away.
Turns out, no, there's a big rocket on this like floating island.
Yep.
So the Paper and Drake get on the island after Golden Goose went down. And they went, oh, Golden Goose is down! And then the Americans were like, oh, we can't take this! And basically shoot their load off too quickly and then get instantaneously destroyed. Because like everything just like doesn't do any damage to the thing.
America gets continuously shat on in this movie.
Oh, yeah. And then the President once again is seen lying down with urine down the ground.
As usual.
Yeah.
His default natural state.
Yeah, in a state of terror. Anyway, so they find that the Drake and the Paper landed successfully out the plane, didn't die.
Yep.
But the pilot went down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Nancy appears.
Oh, wait, which one? Because
We got
that's the next bit, isn't it?
essentially work out that that is Nancy's calling, but Nancy appears and basically kidnaps Paper and
Yep.
throws Drake off this like 20-story thing, and he falls.
He did for
It's the way-
so long.
Yeah.
I was watching that and I was like, wow, that's a really unceremonious death for one of the three main characters.
Yeah. And they're like, Drake, Paper.
Dun,
Oh, we
dun,
lost
dun,
everyone.
dun, 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 dun.
Dun. Drake. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, and the paper gets taken away, and
Yep.
like lose communication with the entire team. And I was like, oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, she gets tied up in a machine room of sorts within the big base.
Yeah. It gets filled with hot water, and then the main bad guy, the poet.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, you used to like talk about love. Oh shit! It was him that killed the monk. The monk didn't die.
The monk was nearly dead.
Yeah, and then at the end he gets like the guy's skull staff in the neck.
That's right. It just randomly goes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's dead now. Okay.
Yeah, this mysterious person's just like shot a staff through his neck.
Sweet. Yeah, because he's like, she's saying to him, it's like, oh yeah, you know, you used to talk about this sort of stuff. He's like, yeah, but now people need to die, and maybe you should help me.
Yeah, maybe so. And then they basically say, oh well, here's Nancy. And Nancy's like,
Here's
here's
Nancy.
other Nancy, and here's other Nancy.
Well, no, does he not murder Nancy straight up? And then other Nancy appears.
No. So he's got other Nancy, the first Nancy, chained up, and then other Nancy appears behind and sticks her hand through her chest.
That's right.
And then pulls it out, and she's like bleeding out.
Yep.
Because she never faded out, and it's just like, and I just replaced her because she was broken, and I made a new clone.
She was kind of crap, so I made a new one.
Yeah. And then Nancy starts to fade through the
floor
of the island, and then she kind of just leads the paper in this thing because she says, "I ain't helping you," and it's a sealed container which just starts to fill it with water.
Yep.
And then it goes to the scene, and Drake goes, "Yep, I'm here." It's like, "Oh, I thought you were dead."
Drake's fine. I thought he died. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. And then he starts making a move to try and close the container for the rocket.
Yes.
So he goes down to the trains and kills the guy inside the train. It's controlling the trains. The paper's hair floats up. And remember those
the pigtail braids things
with the bit of paper in it?
Yep. The one that was left.
One was left, floated up to her, and she grabs it, and she bites into it, and then it goes, and she breaks out.
Yep.
And
I think at this moment as well is this is where Drake finds the big bad Beetleborg character.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll deal with this myself. He just like goes head first in against this mechanical beetle and starts ripping it to pieces.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
He's a mad lad, that Drake.
Yeah. And he's
just
only doing it for the
fallen
money.
60 feet and he's just like loving it.
Yeah. Oh, he's not loving it, man. He's fucking hating it.
We did forget to mention is that when Nancy first turns up, he says something like, oh, maybe my horoscope wasn't wrong after all.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's got a daughter too.
He does, who he is constantly talking about. I guess I'll have to tell her how shit my day was.
Yeah. Very much.
Okay.
And then I think he started fight the bug, and then the paper appears and like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, oh no, he rips up the Beetleborg, and it's
He
the
he
lightning
rips
guy.
he rips the thing off it and then jams it through the
Yeah,
head of the bug.
yeah, and it's the lightning guy that appears. It's like,
Yes.
oh, and he tries to lighten them, but like all the metal attracts all the electricity. It's like, oh well, I'm just gonna have to do it with swords.
Yeah.
And then paper appears and grabs the bundle of money that Drake has. Says, "I'll be borrowing your money,"
I need your money.
and then it creates it into like a big sword
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and starts kind of fighting the guy with the sword. And it's like, "You better give me that back."
I
And
need that.
he runs off to do his thing that he needs to do.
He's
Maybe he
got
didn't
to.
stop.
I think that was when he'd stopped the train from getting to Station Zero at that point. Because it
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
counting down, going through the different platforms to the point where it needed to get to in order to take off. And it
yeah,
stops. And uh, the paper defeats the electric man by carving up his electric box.
yeah. Oh, she kind of runs away from where she is, and then
Mm-hmm.
I think she gets some paper of some sort and throws it in the air and carves up the box,
Mm-hmm.
so it starts to spark, and then some of the stuff is lying in the pipe above, and she like yanks it, pulls it down with her mystical paper powers,
Yeah, and it
and like
freezes him.
it must be liquid air or something.
Yeah, it does
And
look like liquid nitrogen. It totally
yeah,
it totally T1000s him.
yeah, it's like no.
His head kind of goes.
Yeah, and that's the end of him, and then she needs to get onto the rocket.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think evil Nancy appears.
No, this is the bit where the rock is. This not the bit where the rocket's about to go? Because he's like, because the bad guy is like, he goes, oh, we stopped it, and he's like, oh, don't worry, I built in contingency. And he holds up like a mobile phone looking thing and just pushes the button, and it just goes anyway.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
It's like,
we stop clock,
yeah,
and he
it's
goes
like,
like it goes.
why don't you just push it then? If it didn't matter where it was going to take off from, why don't you just push the button? Ugh.
Oh, it's just a bit of flair, man.
Yeah.
It's not quite taken off at
No,
that
it's.
point,
Is it not prepping for that at that point?
possibly, because there is a fight with Nancy, evil Nancy, and Nancy. So evil
Yes.
Nancy crashes up with the paper. She's like, "Oh, Nancy!" It's like no, and then good Nancy appears as she like kind of whips herself through the thing and they fight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, "Oh, I got this," and they're do 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 do, and then
They fall. They fall a long way into
yeah,
the water below, and
yeah,
one Nancy gets out.
yeah. Two may enter, but one may leave.
Yeah.
Uh, so one of the Nazis has essentially um what you call it, Hurricanrana.
Yep.
Her got her in a leg rock and like yanks her to the water, and then one of them drowns, doesn't make it out, another
Yeah.
one gets out, and then next thing I think sees the paper just like tapping on the window, just like Goku was, and he's like, "Oh, what?"
What is it now?
Yeah, and then she just like smashes the window in.
Yep. Come on in.
Yeah, uh, and then it seals off, and then there's Beethoven attached to the chair.
Playing away.
Yeah, it's tune. I think, I think in DVD it lasts longer than what I watched
Oh
at
really?
that scene, because it was just like he was there, and then they're having the talk, and
Uh huh.
then Nancy's like appears, and he's, "Oh, Nancy, you're back," and then she kind of shoots the bullet between her legs and the skirt, and policeman falls over and goes, "Ugh,"
but we don't know that he shoots it between her legs.
No.
Nancy turns up, and we don't know which Nancy it is. And at first, it looks as if she's pointing the gun at the main baddie.
Yeah.
And then just turns her attention to the paper and fires the gun at her, and you're like, oh. And then we get like this first person view looking through her glasses as she kind of like falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, oh
the
shit,
steam up
it's over.
and just falls to the ground. Yeah.
And yeah, no, it turns out that actually she shot through her leg, and the guy says he's like, oh, if I didn't see you holding your gun in your left hand, I wouldn't have known it was you. I would have tried to stop you. And then she just crushes his heart.
Yeah. Literally.
Fuck that guy. He's dead now.
Yeah. And then Ridgeman kind of wakes up and goes, "Oh wait, you didn't shoot me."
Nope.
And she like puts her finger through her skirt. And goes,
Aha!
yeah. Oh man. And then Nancy basically says, "Right, that's cool. You got to go get a parachute."
Yeah, make a parachute out of paper. You're gonna have to use the book, but I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to do it. So and then it was like, okay, and then she jumps and says, "I'll go and I'll be right behind you."
Yeah. Oh, what is it? She says you'll have to hold on tight as I open it, like as we jump, and she's like, "You don't need to worry about me." I was immediately like, "You're not coming."
Yeah.
It's like the way you said that. You're not coming.
Yeah, she's not coming. Yeah.
And yeah, Reedman jumps out and realize that Nancy is no longer attached, and they hold hands once again, but this time actually grasping with conviction. And Nancy basically says, like, you know, it's all right. You need to go, and just lets her drop.
Yep.
It's like,
It.
And I remember thinking, oh, what an absolutely pointless death.
Since I don't know.
It really does. And I mean, then like they give it a little bit of flavor, because there's like actually like quite a well written line is that, you know, she's like says about the guy, you know, you're a real bastard, but nobody deserves to die alone.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Beethoven was still there. I'm sure they could have died together, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, he is. I thought they did some more stuff to Beethoven.
Yeah,
like
so
severed his strings or stuff.
Yeah, I think she cuts his strings with the paper.
Yeah,
and he's not dead, but he's no longer attached in that way.
And be able to play the piano. Yeah,
and yeah, that's it.
Well, that's almost it.
Almost it.
Yeah, they go back and everyone's like, "Yeah, the world was saved. We're great." And then I think it's later. She goes and goes to this. She's on holiday or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to this nursing home, and she gets to speak to Nancy.
Well, Nancy's little sister.
Yeah, little sister. Yeah.
In quotations, who is suffering from memory loss and brain damage due to oxygen deprivation. Who knows where that came from?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was going into outer space.
Well, so the question is, and this may be, I may be thinking a little too deeply into this, no pun intended. Space one or water one?
I don't know. I think it's the water one.
Yeah.
So it's little sister.
Yeah, I think space one's definitely gone.
Yeah, she's in space, man.
Yeah.
With Beethoven.
so effectively, this is Nancy's clone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other clone of Nancy. Yeah.
Okay, so it is water one then.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
they have a conversation. She's like, "Oh, tell me." She like fixes her origami, and she's like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Yeah. They talk about things.
Yeah, tell me about my older sister.
Yeah. That's kind of where it ends.
That's the end.
Yeah, that's it. All done.
What do you think then, Colin? Where does it score?
I like it, man. I think it's 7. I think.
This is I would describe this as a Colin ass anime.
Calling us anime.
Yep. This is like exactly your thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Like and no, and that's fine. It's just funny now. Like you can predict the ones that I like.
Yeah,
I can be like, Colin likes this.
yeah.
I can do that now. And then that kind of went back to, it's like, oh yeah, there's like all that talk of bubblegum crisis. And I was like, yeah, it's like, okay, it's all starting to take picture now. I get it. I get it. I don't know. I don't know if I would go as high as a 7. I'd probably say a 6.5. Like, I think it's like, I think there's really cool stuff in this. Like, some of the fight scenes are really amazing. I think some of the humor is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's broadly quite scattershot.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's. Yeah, it's trying to do a lot and
In
not
those
enough.
90 minutes, a lot happens.
Yeah, it could have been like a proper show, but then
Yeah,
I
this
think
could
it
have been a
might have dragged
26
out.
part series.
Yeah, might have dragged out a bit. I don't know.
It
But
definitely feels a bit Cowboy Bebop-ish in terms of its influences, and it's not. It is by no means bad. I would probably watch it again. I would recommend other people watch it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good. It's definitely very evocative of the stuff that was being released at the time as well. Like, it screams
Yeah.
of it. And you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Which is cool. I think it's nice, like something having that. I suppose like I can kind of go either way on that, because I think sometimes it's nice to be able to pinpoint something and say, oh, this feels like it's from this time.
Yeah.
Whereas like I was thinking, on the other side of that is that like there's Serial Experiment Lane, which I know is nearly 30 years old at this point, and yet you could have shown it to me any time in the last 30 years, and I'm like, did this just come out?
I mean, apart from the ratio of it.
The ratio of it would be literally the only giveaway.
Yeah. I mean, there's other things in it, like the quality of some of the graphics in it and stuff.
Oh, I think you could argue there's the sense of style to it in that sense. Like, that might be deliberate choice.
Oh, there's certainly it's a very stylized anime and the way it looks and everything.
But I think this is good.
Yeah.
It was entertaining enough. I don't know if it made me want to watch the series.
The series is different.
Right.
It's not like that. It follows like a group. They have the same power as her, and they're doing missions and stuff. And they seem to want to try and track her down or something. And Joker's in the background because they're he's obviously following some other like criminal activity, but they're still having to get in the way of that, because of course that's how things are. They're like, oh, we're here. Oh, well, this is not good. We stopped it. And then Joker's
Classic.
like, aha, I'm looking into this now.
Classic.
Well,
yeah, it was. It was worth the time. Worth the time I spent with it.
Yeah, I like it. I find it. Riedman is a humorous character, the dopiness that she is, where somehow she's also like the one that sees the thing through. Drake doesn't really do anything except for moan and complains about everything.
Yeah, he's great.
But and Nancy is the classic double cross.
Nancy is Faye.
Yeah, I mean,
down to the
not
cleavage, she's Faye.
I don't know. She's Faye's a bit more loyal than Nancy.
I don't know.
That's
like,
not true.
That's not true. She double crosses them and leaves.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Well, she double crosses them for the money.
Yeah.
And she has a reason for wanting all that money, because she's in like tremendous amount of debt.
Yeah, but she also double crosses them to avoid needing to know any more.
Yeah, there's.
She's like, I don't need to know any more about you. You don't need to know any more about me. I don't want to know any more about me.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, like it is. I mean, not that you could argue like Faye is hardly the first of her kind. There have been many femme fatale like double cross style characters in shows and things before.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she's not a bad one of those though. Like she other than her voice being really low down in the mix and me not being able to hear half of what she said most of the time.
Oh, deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy.
She was tough to hear.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, she is kind of tough to hear in that sense. But yeah, like I say, it's a 7. I think it's a decent watch.
Yeah,
especially the OAV.
Yeah, like I say, I don't think it's a low 6. I think it's a 6.5 going on to 7 for me. It's definitely close. I think that feels fair. But yeah, I guess like in summation and to wrap up, of course, this has been our palate cleanser episode, which means we'll be back next week with a new season. And that season is going to be Kino's Journey?
Yeah. Kino's Journey.
Beautiful
journey.
Well,
beautiful journey.
Is the Kino no Tabi, the Beautiful World? I think is the name of the later one.
Yeah.
Oh no, they both have the same name. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Wow, that's not confusing at all.
I don't know. One's like a reboot, but I figure we'll start with the older one first.
Yeah, so we're doing the one from the early 2000s, not the one that came out just prior to the pandemic.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the series that aired in 2003. I'd never heard of it. Have you watched it before?
I have. Yeah.
Okay.
I watched. Most of my anime back in the day was based on watching AMVs. It's like, oh, that's a cool scene in these things. What's this? Oh, it's that. Oh, I'll go and watch it.
Yep. I definitely watched Trigun because of the Portishead Roads AMV.
Yeah.
So yep, this looks cool as shit. But yeah, you've been listening to Who's That Anime, an anime podcast about anime. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime, and the podcast can be found where all good podcasts can be found, Spotify and a myriad of other places. If you want to support the show, a great way to do that is to leave us a review. If you can't leave us a review or have already done so, thank you if you have. But you can also help us by telling a friend. That'd be super cool. Another way to support the show is we have the Patreon. That's patreon.com/Who's That Anime. There's a link to that in the show notes too, where you can support us through, I guess, donations, but with a little bit of kickback in that you get early access to episodes of this podcast and early access to episodes of our new podcast called 5 Minute Fusion, which has its own podcast feed too. Which people should hopefully be able to enjoy. That's anchor.fm/5 Minute Fusion. I think at this time we've already done it, but we're basically we've done a lot of back recording, so we're bulking up on our episodes here. But we're now going to be releasing more episodes of 5 Minute Fusion than we ever have before. So rather than 2 episodes a week, there will be 5 a week, which is super cool. Hopefully that will go down well. Other than that, of course, we have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episode releases and the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord group. You can find a link to that in the show notes to join. We have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. Of course, you can also get this podcast and 5 Minute Fusions through the RSS on YouTube now too, under the playlist section. You can find that at youtube.com/@Who's That Anime. And other than that, Colin and I occasionally like to play video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. And you can find entire archives of those streams at youtube.com by going to youtube.com and going to /at couchfuel or /at hail payment, rather. So close.
Yeah, you're getting things there.
Oh my god, so much to talk about now.
Yeah, we should be on 5 episodes of
I think we've already done it at this point.
Yeah, I'm
just looking at the schedule now.
Yeah, this is coming out in like June.
July.
July even.
Yeah, okay. We've been doing 5 episodes for 2 months now. So hey, you probably already know this if you care.
Yeah.
And if you don't, there's a load of stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
In fact, at that point, damn, like 34 episodes to catch up on. So, enjoy.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, we will be back next time to talk about not Read or Die, not Pluto, but I'm just gonna call it Kino no Tabi because it's every time I search for it, that's what I get given.
Kino no Tabi.
Kino no Tabi. Kino's
sounds like
the beautiful journey. Kino no Tabi, the beautiful world. Kino's journey.
It sounds like you're just gonna break into song, man.
Oh, maybe one day. Kino no Tabi. That.
No. From Lion King, man.
Kino no Tabi. The beautiful world. Dun, dun.
Oh no, the it's the one about not caring.
Hakuna Matata?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that took like far too long for me to get that. Please end this episode.
Well, on that note, I'm going to extend this episode until Steve understands my
No, I totally get it, and I probably should have done that a while ago, but I failed. So
no, it's alright. Well, folks, that's it. Florency's mine at the end again. We'll catch you next time. Same anime place, same anime time. Different anime. Yeah. We're on a journey. There.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye.